Hello. Well, hold on. Y'all are gonna have to forgive my appearance. I just got back from a concert. My friend, Sarah Jane, sings for a band called The Burn, and they're epic. Just saying. Um, and well, here's the thing. Y'all voted, and sorry, my best friend growing up is texting me. She's in town. It's cool. Um, but y'all commented to me about what you wanted me to sing, and only one of them was one I actually recorded. Fancy by Reba won, and someone said Travelin' Soldier by Dixie Chicks. So I like that song, so I just wasn't thinking about recording it. So we have those two, and I'm going to perform them for you right here. And hold on, let's turn that down. Okay. And let's hope what happened last time happens this time, where the vocals were way too loud. I turned my mic down, so let's hope everything works out okay. But here we go. This is Fancy in the style of Reba McEntire. Witcha. Well, I remember it all very well. Looking back, it was the summer I turned 18. We lived in a one-room rundown shack on the outskirts of New Orleans. We didn't have money for food or rent, to say the least. We were hard-pressed. Then Mama spent every last penny we had to buy me a dancing dress. Mama washed and combed and curled my hair. She painted my eyes and lips. Then I stepped into a satin dancing dress. I had a split on side clean up to my hair. Well, it was red velvet trimming and it fit me good. Well, standing back from the looking glass dance to the woman where a half-grown kid had stood. Here's your one chance, Fancy, don't let me down. She said, here's your one chance, Fancy, don't let me down. Mama dabbed a little bit of perfume on my neck, then she kissed my cheek. And then I saw the tears welling up in her troubled eyes as she started to speak. She looked at a pitiful shack, and then she looked at me and took a ragged breath. She said her paws running off, and I'm real sick, and the baby's gonna starve to death. She handed me a heart-shaped locket that said, to thine own self be true. And I shivered as I watched a roach crawl across the toe of my high-heel shoe. Sounded like somebody else who was talking, asking, Mama, what do I do? She said, just be nice to the gentleman, Fancy, they'll be nice to you. Here's your one chance, Fancy, don't let me down. She said, here's your one chance, Fancy, don't let me down. Lord, forgive me for what I do, but if you want out, well, it's up to you. Now don't let me down, and your mama's gonna move you out too. Well, that was the last night I saw my mom, and I left that rickety shack. The welfare people came and took the baby, mama died, and I ain't been back. But the wheels of fate had started to turn, and for me there was no way out. It wouldn't be long till I knew exactly what my mom had been talking about. I knew what I had to do, and I made myself this solemn vow. Well, I was gonna be a lady someday, though I didn't know when or how. But I couldn't see spending the rest of my life with my head hung down in shame. You know, I might have been born just plain white trash, but Fancy was my name. Here's your one chance, Fancy, don't let me down. She said, here's your one chance, Fancy, don't let me down. It wasn't long after a benevolent man took me in off the street. 1 week later, I was pouring his tea in a 5-room hotel suite. Yes, you were. I joined the gang of congressmen and the occasional aristocrat. And then I got me a Georgia mansion in an elegant New York townhouse flat, and I ain't done bad. She ain't done bad. Now in this world, there's a lot of self-righteous hypocrites that call me bad and criticize Mama for turning me out, no matter how little we had. But no one had to worry about nothing but now on 15 years. I can still hear the desperation in my poor mama's voice ringing in my ears. Here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. She said, here's your one chance, fancy, don't let me down. Lord, forgive me for what I do, but if you want out, well, it's up to you. Now don't let me down, hon, your mama's gonna move you uptown. Well, I guess she did. Alright, now there was that one. So, here we go. We're going to jump forward 2 spaces to Traveling Soldier by Dixie Chicks. I hope I do okay with this one. Oh, hold on. 2 days past date. We got to start it over. Sorry, my dad's phone went off for some reason. Don't know why, but it did. No, well, here we go. 2 days past 18, he was waiting for the bus in his army green, sat down in a booth. Cafe there gave his order to a girl with a bow in her hair. He's a little smile, she gives him a smile, and he said, would you mind sitting down for a while and talking to me, feeling a little low. She said, I'm off in an hour and I know where we can go. So they went down and they sat on the pier. He said, I bet you got a boyfriend, but I don't care. I got no one to send a letter to. Would you mind if I sent one back here to you? I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy. Too young for him, they told her, waiting on the love of a traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again. Never more to be alone when the letter says soldier's coming home. So the letters came from an army camp in California, then Vietnam, and he told her of his heart. There might be love and all of the things he was so scared of. He said, when it's getting kind of rough over here, think of that day sitting down at the pier, and I close my eyes, see your pretty smile. Well, don't worry, but I won't be able to write for a while. I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy. Too young for him, they told her, waiting for the love of a traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again. Never more to be alone when the letter says soldier's coming home. One Friday night at a football game, Lord's Prayer said and the anthem sang. A man said, folks, would you bow your heads for a list of local Vietnam dead? Crying all alone under the stands was a piccolo player in the marching band, and one named Red, but nobody really cared. But a pretty little girl with a bow in her hand. I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy. Too young. For him they told her, waiting for the love of a traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again, never more to be alone. When the letter says the soldier's coming home. So there's the two, and yes, I won't lie, Traveling Soldier usually makes me cry. But here we go. Let's put this out in the universe, shall we?